our time. This is our time, Switch.
The first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And he's got it complete to Anderson. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Here we go. 50 slats. 50 on it. 15 on it.
Slats. Watch the slats.
Where you go? Outside.
Now a play fake here on first down.
Outside coming.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Byron Murphy, the rookie from Washington. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
After the turnover, here's Murray. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target. And now it's second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down? The offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
You don't want none of that. Pick up the ball.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
This is Kenyon Drake, the fourth-year man from Alabama. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. On 2nd and 11 now. Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. Well, that's a familiar connection right there. Christian Kirk was in the same class as Kyler Murray at Texas A&M. They played together as freshmen before Murray transferred. Kirk, though, he stayed in College Station, had a great 3-year career before being drafted 47th overall in 2018. Having a solid rookie campaign last year, but then broke his foot in Week 13 and was shut down the rest of the way. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
What we got?
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
Sack, baby.
There's been a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to get on the same page.
He's going to let this go. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Watch the safety creep.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 30-yard line.
56.
On second and very short. Bridgewater. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he's got his target. That's more. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play.
Check.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Let's
now
go,
whistles
baby.
here,
Let's go.
and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
I'm coming.
A first carry now for Alex Collins. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
56 is the mic. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check it out.
On second down, it's Collins. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
If you kill it, motion me out.
Bravo. 58's the mic. 58's
Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We're scoreless after one.
Get off the train tracks, baby. Get off the train tracks.
So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. Pretty fortunate there. The interception that ended the last drive, and then boom, the first pass here almost picked on this drive.
Yeah, I think you could definitely call into question his decision-making here in the first half.
Certainly not the best of decisions there. Lucky that one wasn't picked.
Right there.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Drake. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there. We've seen a couple of Super Bowls start 2-0. The first score of this game could have very easily been a safety. That was close there.
It was close, and while it didn't happen in this game, it's funny you bring up the Super Bowls because that would have been, what, Super Bowl 46, Giants-Patriots.
You're testing my memory.
And also Super Bowl 48, which was Broncos-Seattle when the snap went over the head of the QB, and guess what? It was 2-zip Seattle right out of the gate.
A good return there, 17 yards.
Let's go.
And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position.
At the 47-yard line.
Check.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 23 yards on the play.
Watch the pass.
Here's a first down run with Collins. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
A first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Bridgewater to throw it. Flushed out right. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Bridgewater. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Give me that ball.
Drake will start the drive on the ground. And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
From his own end zone now, it's Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards up 1st and 2nd down.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. Flush to his right. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina! Curtis Samuel, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. After a fairly uneventful first quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The first quarter almost felt like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they ramped things up just a little bit to start the second quarter.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard.
Four down.
Searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Murray again, 2nd and 10. Going to get this to his rookie. That's Andy Isabella. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. They go play action here on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. William Hayes, the pride of Winston-Salem State, coming in to drop him.
Watch that.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Back to you. I'm going back
Here's
to you.
Murray. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Murray going to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Let's go, fellas.
Nice pass that time by the #1 pick, Kyler Murray. Also drafted 9th in the Major League Baseball draft. He's the only person ever to be taken top 10 in both sports. Go back to his Allen High School days in Texas. He was 42-0 as a starting quarterback. Freshman year, he was at Texas A&M. Then the transfer to Oklahoma, sat behind Baker Mayfield. Then his opportunity came last year. Boy, did he make the most of it. Won the Heisman Trophy and led the Sooners to the college football playoff. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
I'm coming after you.
Play action. Now it's Murray. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. Andy Isabella was the intended target. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. Fellas. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offense.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. William Hayes able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Here we go again.
Now Murray. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack.
Now that's the way to start the second half. Back-to-back sacks. Whatever the halftime speech was, I hope they recorded it.
Check. Alert 3.
Murray with a 3rd and long. Brian Burns brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Fielded at the 33. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. The drive starts with a run by Collins. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Tackle made there by Buda Baker.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine, baby.
Now a shotgun handoff to Scarlett. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
3 down.
They turn to Scarlett again. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It's a 5-yard pickup, but spotted a few chain links short of the first, so a little bit of decision time here coming up on 4th down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
SOS. Check 31.
On 4th down, it's Collins. They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there. Relied on the big guys up front and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, save your dancing for the club, son. Just get up into that line of scrimmage.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
56.
Third and long for Bridgewater. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Chandler Jones picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here.
Here we go.
And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every?
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kenyon Drake, 93 yards, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Well, from back where that one started, they were hoping probably for just a few yards on the ground there. Instead, they get 90-plus and into the end zone.
And as much credit as I have to give the guys on offense, I often think when I see a run of that magnitude that there has to have been a mistake made, maybe even multiple mistakes on defense, because you're expecting them to run the ball from that stage of the field. Instead, it turns into one of the longest runs that we're going to see in the NFL.
Oh, he shifts past him. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. So we got to step it up.
Bridgewater. Rush coming, and he he's taken down. Hassan Reddick in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit.
Check three.
To try again after the sack, Bridgewater. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off near the 42. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
53, Mike, 53.
Hey, check.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the third quarter. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. And we've got a dandy here. A one-point game as we begin the fourth. On second down, it's Drake. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
53, check.
Throwing
53.
now is Murray.
Let's go, defense.
Nowhere to escape,
Let's
and
go,
he
defense.
goes down.
Hey, who we go?
Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
And that will hit and continue on out of bounds.
Come on now.
Brandon,
Let's
never
go.
quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Get that quarterback. Get that quarterback.
And again, it's Collins.
Check.
And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. To throw is Bridgewater. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Carolina. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. So this punt sails out of bounds across midfield. Now the question, they're going to spot it right at the 40, the 40-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Shaq Thompson able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Danny. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike.
Hey, watch the slant.
53's the Mike. General. West.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Murray. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
On play action, it's Murray. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Woo! Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Now, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long.
Get that ball. Get that ball. Switch. Switch.
High seven. Right there, 54, right there,
Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray. And the pressure gets to him again.
All day, baby. All day. We coming all day.
Here's Andy Lee now. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No.
Let's go.
They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So, what they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. They'll begin the drive with Collins. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
58's the mic. 58's the mic. We ain't giving up.
Out of his end zone, Bridgewater. And they get to Bridgewater. Bridgewater taken down in the end zone for a safety. And that disastrous play, partner, is ultimately going to seal their fate in this one, isn't it?
It certainly is, because they give up the 2 points, but that's not really what did it. It's having to give up the football. And because they gave up the football, guess what? The other team now can take the ball and close this game out.
All day, baby, all day.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He finds Hopkins complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Here we go, G, get off the field.
Kill.
49-yard line.
53's the mic. 53.
Murray's going to look to throw this thing. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Yeah, we talk about players blitzing all the time.
Often
Often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And he's going to go down again. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long.
Let's go. Hey, we
Back to throw.
Number 53.
Murray
Mike,
going
53.
deep for Hopkins.
I got it.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 28. But he will not be able to bring it back. My goodness, what a bizarre ending. The kind of decision that could get a quarterback released before he gets back to the locker room. But fortunately for him and his crew, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Cardinals, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis.